How did I know it was going to be Southern California Edison? Most people don't know that SoCal Edison is not a government entity. It's not run by the government. It's owned by a large private holding company called Edison International. And you may wonder, why do we even know this? Why do we even care about this? Because in 2018, the Woolsey fire in Malibu and in Simi Valley it all came down to, just like what's happening in Altadena, it came down to faulty Edison equipment in the mountains. And yet there is no governmental oversight of it. We pour thousands and thousands of our taxpayer dollars through contract that our government pays out to SoCal Edison because they are a giant monopoly that is organized within our government. Yet when you look it up, they want you to believe that it is not a private company. It says a public-owned utility, investor-owned public utility. Look at how convoluted that is. Investor-owned public utility. What does that mean? It just means that it's a publicly traded public utility. It doesn't mean that it's owned by the government. It just means that it is publicly traded. That means that you can buy stock in SoCal Edison, just like a monopoly board. Because if you just look about anywhere else, SoCal is a private company. You don't even own your own electric. You don't even own your own trash. Don't even get me started on waste management. We think, you're a government job. A lot of people are mistaken that when you're an electrician for SoCal Edison, or that when you're a garbage man for waste management, that you have a government job. You do not have a government job. You do not have a government job. Waste management is my favorite example of the egregiousness of a private company making itself seem like a government entity. You may have seen, look, a million times you'll see it. Waste management will sponsor just about anything, making it seem like it's some philanthropic government agency. But it's not. It's a private company. It has its own golf tournament in Arizona. They're their own dude. They're just a monopoly that just controls all the trash in your city. They just own giant swaths of land that they can dump their trash in and give the government a low contract price in order to do it. Such a low price not only just such a low price to do it, but also the money funneling into the pockets of politicians every year to renew that contract in order to maintain its monopoly. As a citizen, we have no regulation over our energy. We have no regulation over our trash. We have no regulation over our gas. We have no regulation over our water. Each of them should be dissolved, and there should be a government agency that controls these, regulates them, make sure that they're doing their due diligence. Because look what happens when there is no oversight. When we allow a company to run itself at the lowest possible cost and highest possible profit margin in a monopolized area, this is what you get. So next time you're at a fun run, you're at some 4K, you're at some sort of conference, you're at some sort of like pick up the dirt at the beach, event, and you see Waste Management, SoCal Edison, SoCal Gas, or any of these entities on the back of that shirt, just know they're just doing that for some PR. They're doing that to make you think that there's some government agency, when in reality, all they are monopolies. That your government, that our government, that Los Angeles allows to exist, so that they can invest money into these companies, so that they can get low contract prices, and so that they can get investments into their campaigns for re-election. Shame.